Lots of Books fans, this is Scorp1701, and I'd like to welcome you to part 4 of our McFarlane Toys DC Superpowers Batman Special. And if you've been watching all week, thank you very much. This is a special series where we take a look at the Batman figures that Superpowers has put out to us in the last 2 years. And today, we are going to be taking a look at the Flashpoint Batman. Now, this is not Bruce Wayne. This is an alternate Batman from an alternate reality where Bruce was the one who was actually killed in the alley and Thomas Wayne took up the mantle of the Bat, and this is Dr. Thomas Wayne as the Batman, and it is so cool. So let's jump into it. Taking a look at the packaging, you have DC, you have Superpowers, you have 12+, the awesome Flashpoint Batman logo with the bat in front of a poker chip. You have Batman right there. Now, I don't think this is the Flashpoint Batman because if you can see, he has the yellow disc, so this may have just been another picture of Batman that they decided to kind of change the eyes and change the belt a little bit here, but they kind of forgot that the bat symbol was not the same. Whoops. But anyway, that's okay. You have Batman in the plastic here. You have McFarlane Toys coming around to the back of the card. Now, this is supposed to be part of Wave 4, but I don't think so. I think this is more of like a 4.5 or a release after the fact, because if you take a look at the back of the card, you still have your Superpowers, DC Direct, McFarlane Toys, the Flashpoint logo, collect them all, and then we go to our regular box. And in our normal box, you would have all the way up to Wave 4, which is Flashpoint Batman here. But then you have the Wave 5 figures, which if this was in Wave 4, then you wouldn't have those on the box yet. So this has to be some weird amalgam switcheroo or after the fact release, so they just added him in there because these are coming next. That's a preview for tomorrow. Shh, don't tell anybody. All right, so coming down, you also have the Batmobile and the Invisible Jet, and then you have a read-up of the Flashpoint Batman, so you can pause the video there, read it to your heart's content, but we must be moving down to the barcode, and the barcode tells us that this is DC Superpowers Wave 4 Thomas Wayne Batman Flashpoint. So yeah, that says it's Wave 4, but for some reason I don't believe it. Anyway, that is the figure in the packaging. I don't want to see Thomas Wayne in the packaging. I am sure you don't either. So let's get him out and see how cool this Batman is. And here we have Flashpoint Batman out of the packaging. Now, out of the packaging, he stands approximately 5 inches tall, and he looks really good. Zooming in real close on his head sculpt. I do like that head sculpt. It is big and beefy. He does have some kind of stubby ears. I don't really like that, though, but the nice black cowl isn't good. Red eyes, very creepy there. Flesh tone for the face, coming down to his chest, which does appear to be maybe stolen from the Hush Batman. It's about the same dimensions and proportions. You have the awesome Flashpoint logo here with the bat symbol with the poker chip. The arms are all gray, and then you got the black gloves with the spikes on them, coming down to a red utility belt with a lot of molded detail in there, and then you have some thigh holster rigs coming down from the figure's legs and across the thigh. And this doesn't look so much like a holster as it does a utility pouch, so maybe they wanted to put a little more kid friendliness into the figure, so it's okay. They weren't going to give you guns anyway, so missed opportunity. And then you have the same gray as in the chest, goes all the way through the legs until you get down to the black boots, and those are really nice. Got some holes on the bottom of the figure, and taking away the cool black cape. It's all gray and nothing you wouldn't expect to see. Coming back to the cape, it's okay. It's kind of a charcoal. You do have some nice points at the end of that. I do like that. And that is fine. All right. Coming to articulation, Like all the other superpowers we had, this guy has 7 points. The head, which goes around 360 degrees. The arms, it goes around 360 degrees. No bicep, no forearm, no wrist, no elbow. The middle of the body has no articulation. There's no waist articulation, no ab crunch. The leg does come up a little bit and back a whole lot. You do have a knee bend there, which is good articulation, and that's pretty much it. There is no boot cut or foot articulation. So yeah, very simple, very small, like all the superpowers, but he is just a grim knight. Actually, it's not the Grim Knight, that's a different character, and they might make him. I doubt they'll make him. Anyway, that is gonna be your Flashpoint Batman, so moving on. And full comparison, here you have Flashpoint Batman with the Flash and the Hush Batman, which is closest I can think of that would be that kind of Batman in that storyline. Alright, pretty cool. And full comparison, here you have the Flashpoint Batman with the Hush Batman, the Batman Who Laughs, and the classic Detective Batman. I think our Batman team is shaping up quite well. Alright, moving on. And this has been the McFarlane Toys DC Superpowers Flashpoint Batman. And this guy is just so creepy. I really liked the concept of Flashpoint Batman and it being Thomas Wayne. It was very sad to realize that Bruce was killed in the alleyway though. But I think that gave a strong motivation for Thomas to do what he did, and it turned Martha crazy and she became the Joker, which I think was interesting and put a new dynamic into the story. So yeah, this is a cool figure, and he was a little darker and more sinister than a regular Batman. He did use a lot of guns and would shoot people, so obviously they wouldn't promote that, and that's why they didn't give him the guns on his side. But this costume is just so cool. The red gives it a really creepy and sinister dimension to it, I think. Alright, and that is going to be the end of part 4 of our McFarlane DC Superpowers Batman special. And I hope you tune in tomorrow for a look at our last 2 figures. That's right, I said 2 figures. That's kind of a hint. But then again, I also gave a hint earlier in the video. You may go back to the beginning and watch and see if you can figure out which characters we're going to be seeing tomorrow. But in the meantime, guys, if you're looking for Thomas Wayne here, you can find him on the shelves right now for about $10 to $12, depending on where you pick him up. And if you're looking, happy hunting. So that's it, guys. Until tomorrow, same bat channel, whatever time pleases you. I hope you have a good night and keep playing.